Did you know that Americans waste about $400 billion a year on unused subscriptions? That's a staggering amount of money going down the drain every single year. It's easy to believe that skipping your daily latte will lead you to wealth, but let's face it, small changes alone won't get you there. What if I told you that instead of focusing on that $5 coffee, you should be looking at the bigger picture? The average person spends 37% of their income just on housing and 30% on food. These big expenses are where the real savings lie. Ignoring them while stressing over that latte is like putting a band-aid on a broken leg. In this video, we'll explore powerful strategies to achieve true financial freedom. We'll dive into financial automation, the magic of skill building, and how community can be your best ally in frugal living. Get ready to discover why cutting back on your daily coffee isn't the answer, and learn what will actually set you on the path to wealth. Stick around, because what you'll learn could change your financial future forever. Chapter 1. Latte Myths Debunked. Why small sacrifices aren't enough. You've probably heard it 1,000 times. Stop buying coffee, and you'll save a ton. But is that really true? The answer is, not so much. Cutting small expenses can help, but it's a distraction from the real areas where most people overspend. Sure, saving $1,825 a year by skipping your daily coffee sounds nice, but that amount alone won't change your financial life. Here's the truth. The average American spends 37% of their income on housing alone, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Compare that to what you'd save on coffee, and you'll see the real issue isn't your latte habit. Housing, transportation, and food are the big-ticket items that eat up most of your paycheck. So, instead of obsessing over small purchases, focus on these major categories for real impact. David Bach, in his book The Automatic Millionaire, talks about the latte factor, which has been misunderstood. His idea was less about coffee and more about mindless spending. The key is to be intentional with your money, not nitpicky about every small expense. Chapter 2. The Power of Big Swaps. Rewire your spending habits now. Let's talk about real savings. If you're serious about frugal living, you need to make big swaps in your life, not small ones. Think of it like this. Small changes might give you short-term relief, but big changes? They offer long-term freedom. Start with housing. Downsizing or finding a cheaper place to live can save you thousands. According to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, people who downsize their homes save an average of $9,000 per year. That's way more than your daily coffee could ever add up to. If you're not ready to move, consider getting a roommate or renting out a spare room. This is a high-impact change that immediately boosts your savings. Transportation is another major area to rethink. In 2020, the average annual cost to own a car in the U.S. was $9,561. Do you really need a brand new car, or can you opt for a reliable used one? Or better yet, go car-free if you live in a city with good public transportation. This single decision could save you thousands each year, and it's often overlooked because car payments feel so normal. Next, let's talk about food. Americans waste around 30% of the food they buy. If you focus on meal planning and cooking in bulk, you could save hundreds a month. These big, conscious shifts in spending, not your daily coffee, are what will set you up for financial success. Chapter 3. Minimalism Mindset. How owning less can earn you more. Minimalism isn't just a trend, it's a powerful financial tool. Owning less can free up money, time, and even mental space. The minimalist lifestyle helps you cut out unnecessary expenses, so you're only spending on what truly matters. Here's an interesting stat. The average American home has 300,000 items in it. Do you really need all that stuff? Probably not. Instead of filling your home with clutter, embrace the idea that less is more. Selling what you don't need not only declutters your life but also puts extra cash in your pocket. According to a 2021 survey by OfferUp, the average person makes $400 a year selling unused items. That's easy money just sitting around in your house. But minimalism isn't just about money, it's also about mindset. When you focus on having less, you start to value quality over quantity. You'll spend less on impulse buys and focus more on intentional, meaningful purchases. Joshua Becker, author of The More of Less, puts it this way. Minimalism is the intentional promotion of the things we most value and the removal of anything that distracts us from it. This mindset shift can help you not only save but also reframe your entire approach to spending. Minimalism also cuts down on maintenance costs. Think about it. Fewer items to repair, replace, or upgrade means fewer expenses down the line. Plus, the emotional stress of maintaining a cluttered life disappears when you simplify. You'll find that the less you own, the less you need, and the easier it becomes to live frugally. Chapter 4. Financial Automation. Set it and forget it. The frugal way. One of the easiest ways to save money without even thinking about it is by automating your finances. You've probably heard of set it and forget it for slow cookers, but this strategy works just as well with your money. By automating your savings, bills, and investments, you can make frugal living effortless. Most people don't save because they don't see the money disappearing. If you have to manually transfer funds to your savings account every month, it's easy to forget or spend that money before you do it. That's why financial automation is a game changer. According to The Automatic Millionaire by David Bach, people who automate their savings are far more likely to build wealth. Bach calls it paying yourself first. You set up your accounts so that a portion of your income goes directly into savings or investments before you even touch it. What's amazing is how little you need to start. You could automate as little as $50 or $100 a month, and over time, that adds up. For example, if you put $100 into a high-interest savings account each month, after 10 years, you'd have around $15,000, assuming a modest interest rate. It's money you didn't even have to think about. You can also automate your bills. Late fees are sneaky budget killers, but they're completely avoidable. Setting up automatic payments means you'll never forget to pay on time. It's one less thing to stress about, and it keeps your credit score healthy. According to Experian, 35% of your credit score is based on your payment history. Missing even one payment can lower your score, costing you more in interest rates later. And don't forget to automate investments. Apps like Acorns or Stash let you automatically invest spare change or small amounts from your checking account. It's a hands-off way to start building wealth, even if you don't know much about the stock market. As Warren Buffett famously said, the best investment you can make is in yourself. Automating your financial future is a great first step. Chapter 5. Skill up, spend down. Invest in yourself for long-term gains. Here's a truth that most frugal living advice skips. Sometimes, spending money strategically can lead to huge long-term savings. Instead of focusing only on cutting costs, it's important to also think about increasing your earning power. One of the best ways to do this is by investing in yourself. Think of skills like tools in your financial toolbox. The more tools you have, the more ways you can make money. Whether it's learning a new trade, taking online courses, or picking up side hustle skills, these investments can pay off for years. For example, learning to code or improving your marketing skills can lead to a new job or promotion, boosting your income significantly. According to a study by Georgetown University, workers with technical skills earn, on average, 20% more than those without. Take a look at The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley. The book highlights how self-made millionaires prioritize skill building over flashy purchases. Instead of spending money on things, they invest in education and personal growth. One quote from the book says, "Whatever your income, always live below your means, but above all, invest in knowledge. Even smaller skills can make a big difference." Learning how to cook, for example, can save you thousands a year on takeout and dining out. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average household spends about $3,000 per year on eating out. Cooking at home can slash that number in half, or more. The more you improve in areas like budgeting, DIY repairs, and learning marketable skills, the more control you have over both your spending and your earning. Finally, think about starting a side hustle. Platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, and Etsy make it easy to turn hobbies into income streams. Whether you enjoy graphic design, writing, or crafting, there's a market for nearly every skill. The extra income from a side gig can be the difference between just getting by and building wealth. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips on frugal living and wealth building strategies. Join our community, and let's navigate this journey together. Your financial freedom starts now.